Hello everyone. This is part 79 of our playlist Holistic Python. Okay, so this is what? This is a training course. Okay, in this training course we are learning theory in depth, as well as we are learning programming in depth. Okay, so it is what? It is a training course. It is not just a video where you can learn each and everything. It is not just a video where you can learn each and everything regarding full stack Python. So it is a training course, right? So here you have to maintain the consistency, and regular practice is needed if you want to become full stack Python developer. All right. Okay. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about some more about exception handling, like how we can create our own exception class. Okay. So we will start with raise keyword. Okay. So how we can use this raise keyword and what is raise keyword? Let's see. A function generate an error using raise keyword. Okay, so for example, if you are creating a function and if you want like your function should raise some error, so we can use raise keyword. Okay, a function generate an error using which keyword? Raise keyword. Correct. Generating error is nothing but creating error object and giving what? And giving to Python virtual machine. Okay, generating error is nothing but creating error object. Okay. Generating error is nothing but creating error object and giving to Python virtual machine. Okay, so this created object you are giving to whom? Python virtual machine. Correct. All right. Okay, so let's try to understand the example. Okay, so we will write the example how we can raise the error in a function. We will see. Let me open ideally. Okay, on ideally we will execute our program. Okay, so let me create a new file. Let me save this file. Desktop, full stack Python programs. So I will write here 65. All right. So here I will create a program. Like I will show you like how you can raise error, and you can raise an error by writing a function. For example, I'm creating what? I'm creating a method which is multiply. Okay, it will take two arguments. Let's suppose first argument is n1 and second argument is n2. Correct. Now I will define this function. And if I will check these two numbers, I will perform division on these two numbers, n1 and n2. So I can check like n1 equals to 0 or n2 equals to 0. Is any number 0 or not? We are checking. Correct. If it is 0, then we will raise a error. How we can raise a error? We will write raise keyword. Okay. After that, we will write the error name. So what type error will come? We will write here value error. Okay, value error. This is what? This is value error, which is predefined. Okay, so we are raising what error? Value error. If any value of n is equals to 0, right? If it is not equals to 0, if not any value equals to 0, then what we will do? We will simply perform multiplication n1 into n2. Okay, what we will do? We are writing method for multiplication, but before multiplication, we are checking n1 equals to 0 and n2 equals to 0. If it is true, then we will raise an error. Okay, value error, else we will multiply. Okay, come out from the function body. All right, I will write here input, enter first number. Right, I will convert this number into what? Integer, and I will store this number into num1. Okay, same for the num2. I will write here num2 equals to int input, enter second number. Enter which number? Enter second, right? And then what I will do? I will call this method. I will call this multiply method. Okay, this method is not inside the class, so directly we can call this method. Okay, so how we will call this method? We will write method name and we will pass a argument because this is required argument. Whenever you call this method, you need to pass two arguments. So that's why we will pass num1 and num2 value in multiply function. Num1 comma num2. Okay, and this function, this multiply function is returning something. So we will store this result into what? Num3. Correct. Now we will print message. We will print message. Okay, numbers cannot numbers cannot multiply with 0. Correct. Numbers cannot multiply by 0. Okay. So what we are doing, we are writing the code for multiplication. We are taking two numbers, number 1 and number 2. Okay. And then we have multiplication function. We are passing two arguments. It is receiving two arguments. If any number is equals to 0, then we will raise value error. Okay. So tell me, this function may raise the error or may not raise the error. It's depend upon the input. Okay, it's depend upon the numbers. Okay, so this line of code may contain the error or may not contain the error. Means this line of code may rise the error, or what I'm saying, this method may rise the error and it may return the result. Okay, so whenever you have this situation, you will write this line inside what? Try block. Okay, so the moment you are writing try block, so in order to handle the exception, you will write except block, and in except block you will mention like what type of error you wanna handle. So I will write here value error I want to handle, and inside the except block I will write the print. Correct. So this is how. Okay, if this method will raise the error, we will handle this error. We are handling this error. We will print this message simply. Correct. Okay, so let me run the code. Okay, so for example, I'm entering 10 and second number is 0. So it is displaying a message numbers cannot multiply with 0. Right? If I run this code again, so if I write 10 and 2, so okay, it is giving result, but we are not printing the result. What we will do, we will print the result. Okay, we'll print the result. Print f string multiplication is okay. Multiplication is what? Num3. Num. All right. Let me run again. Okay. So first number is like 10 and second number is 2. So multiplication is 20. If I give any number as 0, so it will raise the error. So for example, first number 0, second number is 20. So it is saying number cannot multiply with 0. Okay, so this method it may raise the error or may produce the result. That's why we are calling this method from the try block. Okay, and if this method will raise the error like value error, we will handle this value error using which block? Except block. Okay, right. Now see everyone, user defined exception class. The user defined exception class, or we can say error class, or we can say custom exceptions. Okay, now we can create our own class in order to handle the exception. Previously we are using the predefined error classes like value error, like key not found error, like this. But we create our own exception as well. Okay, user defined exception class is developed by inheriting properties and behavior of which class? Exception class. So the moment you want to create exception class, and this class you want to make user defined, so remember one thing, you will inherit that class by the exception class. Okay, if you want to create the exception class, your own exception class, or we can say new exception class, you want to create new exception class, then your class must inherit what? Exception class. Correct. Exception is a parent class for all predefined and user defined exception classes. Exception is what? Exception is a parent class. Okay, this is what? A parent class for all predefined. Okay, whatever predefined and user defined exception classes. All the predefined classes, all the user defined classes will inherit which class? This which class? Exception class. So exception class is a parent for all exception classes, whether it is predefined or user. Okay, so here is the syntax. We will write the class keyword, then we will write exception class name. Okay, we can give any name. Then we will write here exception. It's mean we are inheriting which class? Exception class. Now we will write the properties, means variables. Now we will write the behavior, means methods. Okay. Okay, so let's try this example. So everyone, if I'm writing the code, so simultaneously you can also write the code. You can try on your systems. Okay. So that you can practice. Okay, you can practice together. All right. Okay, suppose I have this program. We recently done this program. Okay, so what I will do now, I'll create a class. Okay, before creating the method, I'll create the class. Okay, so my class name is class multiply error. Okay, so this is a user defined class. It is user defined class. You can give any name. It's up to you. It's a user defined name, right? And this is a exception class or error class. So it must be inherited by the exception class. Okay, now we can say this is user defined exception class. Why? Because it is inheriting which class? Exception class. Okay. And in this class, what we are doing, we are writing a method def underscore underscore str underscore underscore, and this is instance method I'm writing here self. Okay, so what is the use of str method? The moment you call print function, this will execute automatically. Okay, this method is available in object class and every Python class. Every Python class by default inherit which class? Object class, right? So the moment you print your object, this function will call automatically. So we are giving here user defined definition to this method, like what we are saying return, okay, and we are giving message cannot multiply number with 0. Cannot multiply number with 0, right? So this method, whenever we will print the object, instead of printing the address, it will print this message. It will print this message cannot multiply number with 0, right? All right. So for example, here we are handling this error using predefined class, which is value error. Okay, we can also handle this error by writing our own class. Okay, a try block may contain more than one exception block. Right. So here I will write except. Now I have my own class or own exception handling class multiply error. So I will write here name multiply error. which is user defined, which is user defined class. Okay, so I would like to create the object of this class. So in order to create the object of this class, you will write as an object name like A or B or C, whatever you want to write, you can write any name. Okay, so this is how we can create object of multiply error class. And now we will print this A object. A is what? Object. Okay, the moment you will print this object, definitely this function will call. Okay, so this method we are calling by writing print A. A is what? Object. Okay, A is object of multiply error class. Okay, so this time we have two error handling mechanism. One is value error, which is predefined class. Second one is multiply error, which is user defined class. You can write the message here, predefine. Okay, this one is user, right? Correct. So if I run this code, so what will happen? So it is asking number one like 10 and number two is 0. So it is showing message. It is displaying the message. Numbers cannot multiply with 0. Okay, so this is the message, numbers cannot multiply with 0. This message coming from predefined class or user defined class? This message is coming from predefined class, which is value error. Okay, because we are raising what error? We are raising what type of error? We are raising value error. If you want to use multiply error class, so you will raise what? You will raise what error? Multiply error. You will raise what error? Multiply error. So here we will write multiply error. Okay, now run the code. Okay, so first number is 10, second number is 0. Okay, some error is coming. Let me check what's the error. Okay, name error. Okay, I gave the wrong name here. Right. See, the class name is capital M, and here we are writing small m. So we will write capital M. And now run again. As first number is what? The first number is 10, second number is 0. So it is saying cannot multiply number with 0. This is what? Message from user defined class. This is message from user defined class. So what we are doing, we are creating a user defined class. We are creating user defined class and we are writing method for multiplication. And inside the method, we are checking if any number is 0 or not. If it is 0, if any value is 0 of two numbers, so we will raise error. We will raise error because raise keyword we can use inside the method or function. So we will use what error? Multiply error. This is what? User defined error. So we are calling what? User defined error class. Okay. And if it is not equals to 0, then we are returning what? Result. So we are taking number one and number two. All right. Correct. So what will happen? Okay, so it will take number one and it will take number two. Okay. So this code may contain error if number value equals to 0. If any number value equals to 0, what we will do? We are raising error. Here this will raise the error. And if it is no error, it will return the result, means multiplication. We will print the multiplication. Okay, so we have this predefined error class, and this is user defined error class, and A is the object of user defined error class, right? So this is how we have two mechanism to handle the error. All right. So suppose if instead of writing here, if instead of giving number, this is instead of giving numbers like 10, if I give ABC, so what will happen? Okay, let's try. If I give number as ABC, what will happen? Okay, it is asking enter first number instead of writing number. So if I give ABC, so what will happen? Exception is coming or not? Exception is coming or not? Yes, exception is coming. Do we handling this error? We are handling this error or not? No, we are not handling this error. Okay, so this enter first number may also generate the error. So what we will do? What we will do? we will write this this code inside what try block, because this may also contain the error. Whatever code you are unsure about the error, like it may generate the error at runtime. Okay, and it may generate error if somebody give the wrong input. So you will all this type of code you will write in which block? Try block. You will write inside which block? Try block. Okay. So if it is your error, if your input is like ABC, so this is what? This is the value error. This is value error because we want what type of value? Integer value. This is not an integer value. So this is what? Value error. So we have a value error. We have value error. We are handling value error. So here we can write the message instead of writing cannot multiply number. Okay. Input must be a number. We can give the message like this. Okay. If I run this code, okay, and if I give ABC as an input, so what will happen? Our error is handled. Input must be a number. Okay. Previously it was not handling, but now it is handling. Input must be a number. Correct? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So everyone, please open your IDLE as well, or PyCharm or Google Colab. Anywhere you can run this code. All right. So please write this code. I'm explaining this code to you. For example, this one is what? Dictionary. This one is dictionary. Okay. Users dictionary. Here we have username as well as password. Key and value. Okay. And ID, and this is the password. This is a username and this is password. Dictionary contain what? Key. Okay. Key and what? Key and value. Key and value here. So our key is what? Username, and value is password. So we are creating what class? We are creating login error class. Okay. And this is a exception class. Okay. This is login error, which what class? User defined exception class. So that's why this exception class will inherit which class? Exception class. Okay. Then inside this class we have a constructor. Okay. And inside the constructor we are calling which function? Super.init. We are calling in exception class constructor, and we are saying self message equals to message. Okay. And this message property is private property, or prefix is underscore underscore. And we are writing which function? We are writing str method. The moment you will print the object, it will return this message, self dot underscore underscore message. Right. So we have method. We have method. Okay. This is not inside the class. This is outside the class. This method is outside the class. So we have a login method. Here we have username and password as an argument. And we are checking if user in users what? Dictionary, and password, and we are saying users square bracket, and we are writing user equals to password. Okay, we are passing key, so we will get the value. If value is equals to this password, so we will say user welcome. Else what we will do, if it is mismatch, if it is not available in the dictionary, okay, if it is not available in what? In the dictionary, so we will raise an error. What error we will raise? Login error. This login error class, user defined class. Okay. Login error is what class? User defined class. And we are we are giving a message invalid user name or password. Invalid username or password. So this message will come here, and it will display the message. It will return a message when the moment we will print object of which class? Login class. So for example, we are creating main method. Okay, if you want to create the main method, then only you can create. If you don't want to create, don't create. Okay. So for the modularity purpose, I'm writing inside the main method. Okay, I'm creating the exception. I'm writing the exception code on creating object inside what? Main method. I'm taking the username. I'm taking the password, and this may generate what? Error. This login method may generate the error. So we are writing inside the try block, and we have our on exception. So okay, we will write error code in try block, and we handle the error with the help of except block. with the help of accept block, right? And we are creating object. A is the object of which class? Login error class. A is the object of login error class. The moment we will print object, we will print a object. So this method str method will call. This method str method will call, and it will return what? Message. It will return the message. Yes. Suppose username is nk and password is n123. So it is saying welcome nk welcome, because nk and password n123 is available in what? Inside the dictionary. Okay. Then see the next second test case. For example, I'm giving what? Username is nk and password is nit123, which is not available in the dictionary for this user. Alright, so it is saying invalid username or password. Okay, so this is how we are handling this error. Our program is not stopping abnormally, and we are creating our own classes in order to handle the exception. Okay, see, we are handling what? Exception. Okay, why we handle the exception? So our end user can understand, like he is giving wrong input or something, but he cannot understand track base. Okay, value error. Okay, like these messages he or she cannot understand because he don't know the Python. All right, so everyone please try this code also. Okay, so let me write this code. I will write this code and I will explain this code to you. Okay, so please try to understand, all of you. All right, let me open IDLE. Okay, so let me remove this and I will write a class first. I will write class. We are creating creating a program. Okay, with the help of, we are creating an account program where we have a withdraw method and we will withdraw some money, and before withdrawing the money we will check whether balance is sufficient for withdrawing or insufficient. If balance is insufficient, we will raise the error, otherwise we will withdraw the balance. Okay, so that's why I'm creating, first I'm creating account class. Okay, account class, and in account class I'm creating a method, constructor function, or we can say magic function I'm creating, right? I will write here self. Okay, and then what I will do, I will return. Okay, I will create the property. I will create the properties as well. Self dot underscore underscore account number. Okay, and the second property is self dot underscore underscore. Why underscore? Because I'm creating private property. Nobody can access this property from the outside the class. C name, customer name, self dot underscore underscore balance. Okay, so I will assign some value to these properties. So I will take argument as account number. Okay, and I will take argument as customer name as well as balance, right? And I will assign each value here. Correct. Now what I will do, after that, what I will do, I will create deposit function. Deposit method I will create. I will write here self and pay. Okay. So we are creating a software for bank, you can consider. Okay. So here I will write self dot underscore balance equals to self dot underscore balance plus balance. Okay, we will write here balance plus a. Okay, if somebody deposit a amount, so it will add a amount inside what? Balance. Correct. Now I will create withdraw method. Withdraw. method. Okay, so now everyone please be focused and please try to understand, because here we will raise the error. Okay, withdraw method. So first we will take input like how much money we want to withdraw. So for example, you want to withdraw A money. Okay, so before withdraw we will check. We'll check if A greater than, if A greater than self underscore underscore balance. If it is true, then we will raise the error. So what error we will raise, we will see. Else what we will do, we will say self dot underscore 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 balance equals to self underscore underscore balance balance minus A, balance minus A amount. Okay, so do we have any predefined class for rising this kind of error like insufficient balance? Insufficient balance, can we rise the error insufficient balance? Yes, please tell me. Yes, so what error we will raise? Insufficient funds, or we can say insufficient balance. Okay, it's up to you. You can give any name to handle your error. So tell me, is this insufficient fund error is available as a predefined class? No, it is not available. So we will handle this error by creating user-defined class. So we will create a user-defined class in order to handle this exception. So we will write here class, and what is error we are writing? This error. So this is what our class name. So we are going to handle the error. So this class must inherit which class? Exception class. Okay. Then what we will do? Now we will write def underscore underscore str. Okay, why I am writing str? The moment we will print the object of this class, it will display this message. Okay, so self here, and what I will return, what? Return a message like insufficient balance. Correct. Now what I will do? So now I can raise the error. Insufficient error I can raise now. Okay. Okay. Suppose if you want to print the information, so we will write here. We will override a method. We will override the method like str method. We will override, and we will say we will write a print. We will write a return. Return what? Formatting string. Formatting string, and we will write here self dot underscore underscore account number. All right. Self dot underscore underscore customer name. Okay. And if you want to print the value, you will keep it inside the curly braces. Okay, and then I want to print self dot underscore underscore balance. Correct. So when you create the object of account class, and if you will print the object of account class, it will return what? It will return account number, account name, okay, and account balance. Right. Now we will create. Now we will come outside the class. I am outside the class now, and I will create a method. I will create a method. Here I will write a main method there. Okay, it is not mandatory. You can create the method, or it's up to you. You want to create or not. And what I will do, I will create the object of which class? I will create the object of account class. So how can I create the object? Okay. So whenever you create the object, constructor will call automatically. The constructor will call, it needs three arguments. Okay, without calling constructor, our object will not create. A constructor create the object, so it required three arguments. So the moment you will create the object of constructor class, you need to pass how many objects? Three objects. So for example, here I'm writing, okay, what I'm writing here, I will write the class name account, and I will pass three values like 101, okay, and nk, and balances 5,000, right? and I will store this data. I will create the objects like obj, or we can say account one. Okay, so account one is the object of which class? Account class. Okay, so what I will do, I will print account one. So it will print this information like account number, C name, and balance. Why? Because we are directly printing what? Object here. Moment you print the object, str method will call. Okay. Now I will write. Now I will write account one dot deposit. Deposit how much money? 4,000. I want to 4,000. I want to deposit. Okay. Account one dot. I want to withdraw. I want to withdraw 2,000. Correct. So before withdrawing, after deposit, I want to print the object. So I will write print account one. Right. After withdraw, I want to print account. Print account one. Okay. Okay. Now I want to withdraw more money. Like I want to withdraw. I want to withdraw how much money? I want to withdraw 9,000. All right. So this much money I want to withdraw. Okay. Suppose you are depositing how much money? 4,000, and you are withdrawing how much? 2,000, and after that 9,000. So is it possible? Can you withdraw like 11,000? Can you withdraw 11,000 if you have 4,000 money in your account? No. Means exception will come. So that's why we will write this code in what? Try block. Okay, because it may generate the error. Right, it will generate the error. That's why we are writing this code inside what? Try block. And how we can handle this exception. So in order to handle the exception, we will write except block. Okay, and here we will write what type of error? Insufficient funds error. Okay, we are writing class name insufficient fund errors. Okay, we already created this class. Okay, and this account class may rise the error. Okay, in the withdraw function, it is possible if your withdrawing amount is more than the balance, so it will generate insufficient error, and we handle this error. We will write the error handling mechanism in except block, and we are saying insufficient balance, and we are creating the object of this class like obj, we can see. Okay, and we will print obj. So obj means it will call this method. It will print this method, insufficient balance, right? Okay. If I run this code, so what will happen? Error is coming. Okay. So I have, this is what main method. So I will give some indentation. Okay, so you can also try the code, right? Practice this code. This is not very hard program. Then we will call this main method, right? If I run this code, again error is coming. I think some name error is there. Okay, let me copy this name. Okay, so let me write capital I. Because class name should be what? Capital. And also here, let me write properly. Let me run now. Okay, so it is saying what? Okay, so first what we are doing, we are creating the object of account class by giving this much amount like 5,000. Account number is 101, name is NK, and money is 5,000. So we are printing object of account one. So it is printing like this, correct? And now what we are doing, we are writing try. So we are depositing 4,000. Okay, and we are printing the objects. So now our balance is what? 99,000. Okay, 4 and 5 is what? 9,000. And we are withdrawing how much money? 2,000 I want to withdraw. If I withdraw 2,000, so what is the money left? 7,000. Okay. So again, I want to withdraw money. So can I withdraw 9,000 now? Because our money is 7,000. Can I withdraw 9,000? No, I cannot withdraw 9,000. So what will happen? Exception will come. An exception will come inside what? Try block. So if exception will come, we will handle this error with except block we are handling, and we are writing insufficient funds error as object. So we also having insufficient fund error class, and here we are returning what? Insufficient balance. And our withdraw function will check each time whether your balance is greater than your withdraw amount is greater than the balance or not. If it is greater than, see this this amount, for example, we are how much we want to withdraw? 9,000, and this 9,000 is greater than balance. Okay, withdraw amount is greater than balance. So if it is this situation will come, it will call which class? Insufficient error class. It will rise the error of insufficient error class, and here we have insufficient error class. So it will display the message insufficient balance. Okay, it is printing insufficient balance error. Okay, error is not coming like this because your end user cannot debug your program. Your end user cannot solve the errors in your code. He can understand this message like insufficient balance, but he cannot understand these kind of messages like name error or something. Understood? That's why we handle the error in every software. For example, you are creating software for bank, you are creating software for restaurant, you will definitely handle the error. Will definitely handle the error because your end user is not a programmer. Who is the end user? The person who is using our software is the end user. All right. All right. So this is how we completed exception handling. Here we have seen so many programs and we discussed each and every topic regarding exception handling. Okay, so exception handling is end here. Okay, from the next video we will learn file handling. We will learn what? We will learn file handling, and file handling is one of the important topic. Okay, so stay tuned. Tomorrow we will learn file handling. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. If you are still there in the video, means you are the consistent person. Okay, so thank you everyone for giving your valuable time, and keep practice everyone, because practice is the key to become any developer. Okay, so if you also want to become full stack Python developer, so practice is a key. All right, and don't forget your smile. Okay, smile is also important. Correct. Okay, don't stop learning at any moment of your time, any moment of your life. Okay, don't stop learning. Okay, learning definitely help you. It will definitely pay you off. Okay, keep learning everyone. Okay, learning is important in each and every aspect of life. All right, so bye everyone for giving your valuable time. Tomorrow we will learn file handling. Right, so thanks once again. Thank you everyone.